Well, in about 3 weeks, May 20th to be exact, will mark the 50th year of my ordination to the priesthood. Took place right on the other side of those doors in the sanctuary. Doesn't seem like that long ago. And originally, it was planned that this weekend we would have a certain reception, but with restoration going on and the like, we thought we could do it, but we thought we can't do it with limited space and everything like that. So what we are doing is planning something more like Columbus Day. Hopefully the cathedral will be all restored and it'll be a great place to celebrate. I noticed some people from out of town came. I tried to get the people, tell them that things are going to cancel, some other friends. I've had so many embarrassing moments in my life, I should get used to it. Okay, that way everybody will know what's going on. But today's gospel, we meet the two disciples on the road to Emmaus. And they are really symbols of what the followers of Jesus, the community of Jesus, was feeling and thinking after he was crucified and died on that cross in that first Friday. And it's important to get in touch with what they were feeling and thinking, because I think we are feeling and thinking a lot of the same in our world today. It's obviously they're confused. Jesus had to explain the scripture to them. You can tell they're distraught. That's what the reading says. Everything about them was changing. Their whole life was changing. And some were at the breaking point. It is interesting to note that when the two Marys went to the tomb to find the body of Jesus, especially St. Luke and St. John say it was very early in the morning. In fact, it was so early that it was dark. In fact, they say it was very dark. And you know, they're not talking necessarily about chronological time or astrological time. They're saying that the community itself was in darkness. They were feeling this ominous idea that everything was lost. They had this feeling of disintegration. They thought that all their hopes for Jesus and their dreams for Jesus were buried and sealed in the tomb with him. There was absolutely no hope. You know, in many ways, we are the followers of Jesus today, the disciples of Jesus. We are the church. We are the community of believers. And, you know, I'm not going to list all the problems, the challenges, the difficulties we face in our everyday lives. You know and I that they're legion. Wherever we look in every realm, there's darkness, there's confusion, and we can feel lost at times, right? We can feel at the breaking point. But the Lord showed to the first disciples, and he shows to us a path. That's what the first reading was saying, a path through times of darkness and crisis. And that path is so available to us today. He begins by telling us a forthright commandment. He says, do not let your hearts be troubled. Do not let your hearts be troubled. This is not an exhortation, it's an actual commandment. As the Lord unfolds his message in the Bible, he explains that in the time of trouble, in the time of crisis that we confront, or that confronts us, when disaster seems inevitable and there is no solution, he assures us that with the Father and the Spirit, he is with us. And the basis for this trust is not that everything will turn out right, that the power to persevere will not be unshakable, but the truth that the Spirit will be in us, with us, and near us forever. You know, today we have our prayers together. God speaks to us through this liturgy, the beautiful readings. He's with us in the Eucharist. Main presence. You notice the disciples, they discovered Jesus in the Eucharist. He will always be here in the Eucharist. We say that the Holy Spirit, the church is not the only place the Holy Spirit will be present, but the church is the only place that the Holy Spirit will always be present, because Jesus said that. So we will never be alone, no matter how impossible the situation may be. So Jesus says, I go before you. I provide the way. I provide the way. And so, because of this great hope we have, that things will turn out right. That things will turn out right. I always think that I could lose every battle, but I'm going to win the war. You know, we have this hope that everything will be all right. He leads the way. And today, in this Mass, we pray for the grace to follow him because of that great hope that we have inherited.